welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, simply welcome. My name is Angel, aka the Angelic Muse, and I am back here today, this time with my face. Obviously, I've never been on camera before, not on YouTube at least, because I don't know, I just don't do it, and I guess I figured I should start now, getting used to you guys seeing me and just being more like intimate and more on an interactive level besides seeing my hands and my face. So I'm here with a general reading this time, and I'm also going to try my hand at shuffling on camera. I typically don't because it takes a while for some piles. Like if I'm doing 3 or 4 piles and I'll get to like the second or third one and it'll just start for one, or maybe even the first one, who depending on, some people just have stubborn energy. Some piles have stubborn energy, and I feel like it takes a while. But either way, I'm gonna try my hand at it here today with this general reading that I have here for you guys. So if you're interested in that, just continue watching. No timestamps or anything to go to, but I will have like the decks that I'm using down below as always, as well as all my general information, my website where you can book a session, www.theangelicmuse.com, as well as my Instagram, which is in the Angelic Muse, same thing, at the Angelic Muse, if you'd like to connect with me over there. But without further ado, I am using a simple Rider-Waite tarot deck, the holographic one that I enjoy so much. Also my lesson cards and the wisdom of the oracle, as always. So I am just going to get into the tarot now and start shuffling and see what comes out for us. Don't mind Pinky, okay? This is my emotional support bear. He's been with me for 3 years now, and I love him so much. His name is Pinky, and there's Gray down here, but they're really not. He actually just stays here. My boyfriend got him for me. So I'm just going to keep him here. You can stare at him if you want, talk, but he's 3, so he might not be able to talk much to you. Anyway. Let me see what comes out for the general collective. That is the 10 of Pentacles. Let's see, show you. 10 of Pentacles popped out. See, like for me, this is already so slow. Ah, the Wheel of Fortune. Patience. That's basically what I heard. Let's see. Just get one more just to start out with that. Oh, 3 of Swords. Okay. So to start out, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 3 of Swords. So already I can see here, first of all, when I pulled the Wheel of Fortune came out for me, I literally did hear be patient, and I thought it was more so for what I was doing because I was talking about how long it was taking to pull. But in reality, with this 10 of Pentacles energy here and the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Swords, I feel like we all need to be patient in general with whatever it is that we're building. 10 of Pentacles energy is like generational wealth. It's a process. It's slow going. With the Pentacles being Earth, you could find yourself in moments where you're questioning whether or not the direction you're taking is the right one. You could be, this could just be something that you're building. This is a long-term investment for most of you that we're talking about here, especially with this Wheel of Fortune energy. But these moments that we're being tested on right now, they're fated. They may be painful with this 3 of Swords energy, but I think it's important that, I think what this 10 of Pentacles is saying is that whatever it is that we're trying to be successful at in this moment in time, it is guaranteed. But I feel like for a lot of us, there may be some emotions that need to be processed as far as maybe how to adapt in the more uncomfortable times, which, for example, right now, I know there are a lot of people that are going through it, whether I see it outwardly or, through social media. Like I definitely catching the post. So I am noticing the collective energy is pretty low right now. There is a heavy, heavy energy that is being picked up on right now. In the back of the energy, you have the Nine of Cups. Again, I think that whatever it is that we're striving for in this moment is guaranteed, but we have to make sure. I think God's just trying to make sure that we're ready for on all levels. Because typically when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, like I said, it's fated moments. There are times in our life when we're going to be tested. There are times in our life when we're not going to have all the answers, and I feel like this is challenging us to create a more stable and secure environment for ourselves all around the board, especially when it comes to our emotions. Because, or not even our emotions, but the mental, what our minds are causing our emotions to do. Because swords is mental energies, and again, I always say it starts in the mind. Whatever it is that you think is what it is. And right now, I feel like as a collective, we are not putting our thoughts in the best places. Let me continue to shuffle and see what else comes out. There's a lot. The King of Wands in reverse. Yes, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Four of Wands upright. And then the Chariot. Yeah, I think that what's going on right now is some people are getting ahead of themselves with this King of Wands in reverse. They're not even confident in what it is that they're doing. They're just kind of sitting on... Some of you are sitting on your talents, and then others of you are just throwing anything out there. And with this Four of Wands and the Chariot energy, it's just giving me like, you're going to end up, and the Five of Pentacles just came up. If you, or maybe not you specifically, because this is a collective message, but there could be minor parts of you that are getting ahead of yourselves. And if you continue in that way, you'll end up lacking, and you'll be having to start from like it went from the Ten of Pentacles to the Five. So like you did all that work just to have to go back and start over again. And it's not a punishment if this does end up happening to you. It just goes to show you that the way you're going about it was not... I'll say this. When you're co-creating with God, you're co-creating with the universe, you're co-creating with your higher source, whatever the case may be, you have to make sure it's not all you. You have to make sure that you are able to release and let go and just surrender. And King of Wands, if it's one thing he not doing, is surrendering. And it's in reverse. So it's just giving me this feeling that like somebody is really just like, I gotta make something happen. And here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with being that motivated and driven, but you have to know the difference between like scrambling for results and actually putting out genuine like work. And that's for whatever this may be. But with this Nine of Swords energy here in reverse, I do see some relief coming in. And fast at that. I do feel like it's fast, but with this Nine of Wands energy at the back of the deck, it's giving me that some of you will not be receptive to it. You'll be like, you'll still have your guard up, and you won't be like open to maybe other people's opinions or perspectives when it comes to the way you go about it. It's just giving very guarded energy and taking on too much, trying to defend what it is that you have, but you're just kind of scrambling because you're so in your head about it, thinking like, is it going to work? Is it not? It's already guaranteed to work. Eight of Swords. Yes, you have the answer. You know the way out of this thing. You have to just surrender and release. So the thing I love about the Eight of Swords is that the card in itself looks like such a terrible situation. It looks dirty. It looks like muddy and watery, and But like that looks like toilet paper, literally toilet paper. And if she could just, she probably just has to like flare her arms open, and she'll be fine. Like shit, she can use the damn swords to help her out of the rest of it. For real, for real. You know what I mean? It's not as bad as we think it is. I'll say that. It's not as bad as we think it is. Yes, 10 of Wands energy with the 3 of Wands. You're carrying too much, and you're looking at other people for validation, or you're looking at what they have and wondering, oh, when is it going to be my turn? Is it going to be my turn? It already is your turn. It's just a matter of going about it in a way that aligns with you as opposed to what you see everyone else doing. It really is a matter of just doing what you feel comfortable with. When you're not even comfortable, because you're going to be uncomfortable in this season. If it's one thing you're going to be in this season, in this full moon, it's going to bring up some uncomfortableness, and that's okay, because we're prepared for it. We are prepared for it. So let me continue. So many cards I got? 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm only probably going to do like 20 tarot, and then I'll pull on to your lessons and things like that. But first of all, I'm so excited to be showing my face. I just want to say that. Like, it's not that, I don't think anything of myself or anything. I just kind of just was sticking to the cards. But I'm like, I do at some point want to get on here and talk about other things. And they going to come out of nowhere, see my face saying something. And they're like, who is this? No, it's me. It's still me. So, let me see. Let me see. I might not pull 20. I was going to skip the 20 just so I don't fill the thing up, but it's whatever. Whatever else comes out. Let's see. Anything else? Oh. The Empress. Yes, you have everything you need to create what it is that you want. You are fertile, whether you are masculine or feminine or not. You are fertile and abundant with ideas, talents, and creations. You have your own thing. First of all, let me explain something to you. And whether you're male or female or not, it doesn't matter. When it comes to the Empress, is in some tarot, she's pregnant. Think of it like this. If you had a baby, male or female, I know men cannot have babies. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you had a child and you wouldn't expect your child to come out looking like somebody else's child, a complete stranger's child. So you can't expect your creation, your work, whatever it is that you're striving for, to look like everyone else's. And not only that, but the Empress is surrounded by all this like agriculture, like wheat and trees. And I was just mentioning this on another reading, and I had said how slow it is to watch something grow. Watch something grow. And it is. It's boring, it's slow, but the fact is that it's coming. And I think it's important to not be so hung up on the concept of time when it comes to this, or when it comes to how fast something is growing, because it's all going to work out for you, and it'll be unique to you. And it's important to trust that. And I know that in this season it may be hard to trust anything that you cannot see, anything that's not like tangible and in your face, but it's important that right now that's when you start to try to practice that, because there will be moments where this may pop up again. With this Wheel of Fortune card here again, this faded moment, it may come up again, and you want to be mindful of it. First of all, if I drop another card on the floor, it's going to be a problem. So this is the High Priestess that came out. Yes, trust your intuition. It is important to trust your intuition, trust yourself, and not only that, but know that everything is not always going to be black and white. You're going to have some gray areas in here. You're going to have a veil. You may need to have a certain strength in your intuition. You may have to have a certain way to you. Not only that, I'll say this. I'm not religious in any way, shape, or form. I'm very much spiritual. And if someone may even go as far as to call me spiritually ambiguous, because I actually I've never touched the Bible since ever, really. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I incorporate the Psalms in my spell work, in my magic, things like that, amongst other things. But I'm not telling you my business when it comes to my magic, because no. But I'm saying that I believe that because the high priestess is holding the Torah, and the Torah is I believe it's the Old Testament on its own. It's not the New Testament. It's just the Old Testament. I could be wrong on that. But what I'm saying is that it's a base, and it is principles, and it is rooted, and it is secure, and it is a grounded. It's a staple, if you see what I'm saying. So the point I'm trying to make is that when it comes to your belief in God, when it comes to your belief in your practices, when it comes to your belief in your magic, whatever it is that you're called to do, you have to be grounded and you have to have like some sort of foundation when it comes to this. You can't just be going out all willy-nilly, because then you're going to keep running into this King of Wands energy here, where you're like just kind of erratic, and then next thing you know, 10 of Wands. Like, it's just too heavy. Just put it down. It's too heavy. You have to put it down. You have to understand that it's not just you doing this thing. It's not just you doing this thing. God is with you, and you will not fail. That's what I heard. So I don't know. Let me see how many. I'm gonna pull a little bit more. 10 of Cups reversed. Somebody still doesn't believe it. Somebody doesn't believe that God is within them, and they will not fail. That is some real... Oh, this one just kind of flew out. Death. You're going to find out soon enough. And the thing about death is it comes whether you want it to or not. It's not necessarily a painful process, but it can be scary. But you're about to find out just why you are worth this 10 of Cups energy. Why you can have that. Why that can be upright for you. Why you can have the foundation, the stability, the family, the children. Whatever it is that you were called for. This is a general reading. Very, very much collective. So I don't know who all... See, 5 of Cups. Somebody is worried about what they lost. Somebody doesn't believe it because they're paying attention to their losses and what they have missed out on, or what they feel like they missed out on. But just know that what is for you will continue to be for you regardless of whatever. Like, there's no way. God will not... You're going to see it through. You just have to keep the faith. It's all in the mind. I'm telling you. 7 of Cups in reverse. Yes, you need to chill the hell out. Turn your mind off. I know it's hard because let me tell you something. I am a Gemini moon and Aquarius rising. I'm in 2 parts air, and then I got some fire in my Sagittarius sun, amongst other things in my chart. But I'm just talking about my big 3 there. I'm constantly in my head. So, like, it's really hard for me to be like, you know what should I do next? Like, what should I do next? Okay, I should do this next. Let me go do that. I'll be like, oh, what should I do next? Should I do that? Should I do that? And then I kind of really got to sit with myself, because that's me trying to do the work when I really have a whole, like it's something way bigger than me that can cover that. You know what I mean? It's not all on you. I just keep hearing that. It's not all on you. And it's not. So, let me see. I'm going to try to get one more card. One more card. Anything else? I might not get one more card. I might not have nothing else. I'm feeling like I might be done with the tarot. Nope. This is the last one. 4 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. Something is about to be shown to you. Something is about to be shown to you, and you are about to be so content with it. You're about to literally prepare to be amazed. Prepare to be amazed. Because something's coming. Something's coming. Especially with this Death card here. All these emotions and stuff that are being... The 5 of Cups. The 7 of Cups in reverse. It's all in your emotions. But once you cover the mind and you... What is the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for right now, but in a sense, you just have to secure yourself, secure your being, secure your way. Like, you can't let that, it has to literally be unshakable. You might be shakeable, but I'm talking about, like, knowing that it's going to happen for you. Yeah, sure, cry about it. um you, even if you get a little frustrated, you need to honor your emotions. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying to put them to the back burner, but what I am saying is do not let them have as much of a control over you as they do, because emotions are fleeting. You could be happy one minute and sad the next, and I know that you have probably been there before, and it's probably been weird for you. Like, why am I happy now? Why? Because that's just the way emotions work, and some stuff we just really not going to understand. And with not being able to understand ourselves fully, I think it's important to know we won't always understand God's work fully either. What's going on behind the scenes. Why? Because we can't see it. We're not supposed to. Some stuff is meant to be a surprise to us. And I think that you would be doing yourself a disservice if you were to actually try to go about life in a way where everything was expected. Where's the fun in that? Where's the growth in that? And I think that the most important thing to keep in mind here is that we're still growing, and growth is not always going to be comfortable. So, let me just pull some. Let me see. Oh, I don't even have, you know what I'm going to do? I don't have my phone is over there, and then I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I'm not going to necessarily read what the Wisdom of the Oracle deck cards are saying, but I will still shuffle them and see what I can pick up on them, like just intuitively. I try to do that first anyway and then read, so I'll just stick with that. Oh, see, here we go with the falling again. To be fair. Yes, to be represented by the number 38, if that is of any significance. To be fair to yourself. To be fair in all areas of life. Here's the thing with the word fair. I think people get the word fair and equal intertwined or mixed up in a way where, like, they're not the same. Because at work, equal, fair is the, having breaks. Fair is everyone having the same line of work or whatever, like employees all do, knowing their duties and things like that. Management and employees are not equal. The business in itself runs fairly, though, because everyone knows their role, everyone knows their position, they know their title, they know what they're called to do at the job, and they don't really allow unless you're operating in your ego, you're not really going to allow the title to get in the way of the fact that stuff is fair. May not be equal in terms of title, but it's still fair. So take that with your life and know that, like, okay, in the instance that you are comparing yourself to someone else, to be fair to yourself, understand that you don't know their whole backstory. To be fair to yourself, understand that you may be able to have that too. I'm not going to say can, because I don't know everybody's situation. And, we do have to be realistic in this life too, because if we don't, that's when it causes the burnout. You have to be realistic with what you are capable of doing and be realistic with what it is that you want. You can't, just think, oh, because they have it, I can have it too. Or, because then it becomes nasty and it becomes egotistical. You know what I mean? And you don't want that. You want to work and live in light and love and equality. I mean, not equality, and fairness, not equality. You want just stuff to be fair. Now, if you do want equality, I can't really say that. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, is what I'm saying. You can want what you want, but just know that every situation realistically will not always be equal. It won't. Because there's just no way. That's not the way life works. That's not the way law works. We have people who are poor. We have people who are middle class. We have people who are high class. That's just fair. It may not be equal, but it is fair. And I think it's important to know that sometimes, even when we see people doing worse than us or better than us, that it's all by design and it's something to be learned from that situation. So if everything was equal, nobody would learn anything. This says deep knowing, represented by the number 43. Deep knowing. Deep down, most of you, if not all of you, know. And this 43 adds up to the number 7, which goes into the Chariot. The Chariot card is all about mental agility and, you forward movement without touching anything, really. The Chariot moves itself on the card itself. The reins, you see what I'm saying? they're not connected to anything. They kind of just do what they know to do. Like it's just already like a given. It's fair. And I feel like if you were to master the mind, like I was saying before, master those thoughts and what it is that you're telling yourself, you will start it. If you have to start from the root, do that and work your way up so that you're able to attain that deep knowing and knowing that, listen, no matter what is going on right now in this present moment, greater is coming. This is higher power. Yes, God is speaking to you. God is speaking to you. Represented by the number 4. 4 is all about stability. 4 can also be like a square where you feel stuck. So for like going back to that high priestess card, I'm not telling anybody to go follow a certain religion. I'm not telling anybody to go out here and do anything they don't want to do. All I'm saying is that make sure you're grounded, your foundation is strong. Make sure your foundation is strong, or you're going to keep hitting these forks in the road, represented by the number 13. Fork in the road doesn't necessarily have to be like a stalemate or anything. I feel like for some of you it is. You're really being indecisive on what it is that you want. But then for others of you, you're just simply contemplating this decision, but it's becoming, again, you are taking on the decision on your own. You're not consulting with God. You're not consulting with your higher power, your higher source to figure out what is the right course of action for you. Okay, come to the edge. Yes, take the risk. Take the risk. It's time to take the risk. It's time to do what is uncomfortable. It is time to do what is no longer easy, because that is going to be what is used as a catalyst to propel you into this next time in your life, this next season in your life. Time to go. Time to go. It came out in reverse. So again, I do feel like there's some hesitancy here. Some people aren't willing to do it. But listen, when the time comes, when God calls you, when God calls you, you don't have to. That's the thing, and that is the thing. You don't have to answer the call, because God's gonna love you anyway. But you will feel 9 times out of 10, if you don't answer this call and this has been nagging at you, nudging at you, pulling at you, whatever. Like, say it's a bad habit you need to break. Say you like I said, you be in your head too much and you don't want to leave that space. Like, you want to stay in your head because it's comfortable. You want to continue to make these decisions on your own because it's comfortable. You're going to get annoyed. You're going to get irritated. You're going to find yourself frustrated and all the above. If you continue to stay stubborn and stagnant energy and things of that nature, it's just not worth it. It's simply not. And again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm only providing insight. This says poised. Also came out in the reverse. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, no, it didn't. I got the card. Now, it's okay. I see what happened. So it didn't come out in reverse. It came out upright. Poised. That's all about. What is poised? Poised is, I believe poised is when you just like have a great stature. Like you look, what is the word? You look like, you just kind of look like together. Like, I don't know. Poised is like when you're posed and it just looks good. Like, so maybe for some of you, and I'm thinking of like, I don't know why, I'm thinking of like a clay molding, like pottery or something, and how you have to kind of form it with your hands. And I don't want to say poise it, but you have to like position it and create it into the way that you want. So for a lot of you, I feel like you may need to, again, a part of the surrendering, when you do surrender, you may feel like clay. You may feel like goob, like you have no sense of direction, until God intervenes and comes in and says, okay, this is the way we're going to go with it. Now that you have given me control, that the control that I need, because I'm going to do this through you, and nothing is happening to you. And I think that's for you. And then for others of you, I'm feeling like, regardless of maybe what it looks like outside, you still have a good face. I mean, what regardless of what it looks like on the inside, you still show a good face outwardly. So a lot of people may not know what you're going through. So for some of you, maybe you just stick to doing tarot, or like you just thinker. You just stay in your head. Like I said, you just kind of hold on to this. You hold on to the mental strains. You hold on to like the problems you can't solve, and it just begins to become like an attack on your mind as opposed to an enlightenment, because you kind of just go all over the place, and your energy, it may even be erratic for some of you, very, very up and down, and we just have to find some greater balance here. So let me see what lessons you can learn, or what lessons you are learning during this season, and how they may put advice. So growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Yes, growth. That, of course. Be open to it. Be open to the growth, because when you get to the other side, you're going to be so thankful you got it over with now. It's going to be so like, oh, you're going to feel, for some of you, and I'm not trying to say it like it's a bad thing, because guess what? We're all going through it as a collective. So just know that there's always someone that can relate to you in some way. It may not be your story exactly, but just know growth, from my personal experience and what I've been called to do, or the things that I've gone through in my life, it hasn't always been the easiest. But you know what? I'm still here, and you will still be here too. Do not doubt yourself. Know that we all are grown. We all have a conscience, and we all need to enlighten ourselves and to big up that awareness, so that we're able to share it with others, so that we're able to build on it. We can use it as an example for the next time. It may even change our perspective about some things. Like, you just never really know where that growth will take you, who it'll introduce you to, what rooms it'll put you in. You know what I mean? What fears you'll overcome, things of that nature. You just never know. So it's important. What's wrong with growth? The growth is so much better than staying stagnant. I know people who are still, I'm 31. I know people who are still stuck in high school. Why? And I'm not knocking you. Like, it is what it is. But if you had a choice, and I know people who have had choices, and they, continue to stay in the same position. Again, you do have that right. You do. But know that it'll only get you to a certain point. With this failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. For some of you, you are holding on to that failure too much. You're holding on to your mistakes. You're holding on to what you don't have. You're holding on to what you can't do, or whatever. But the thing is, or not even what you can't do, maybe something you failed at once or twice or whatever. You're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to get it right. And guess what? Continue to learn from your mistakes. And guess what? If you continue to say you're going for something, it's all in your heart, and you continue to fail at it, or just make mistakes when it comes to it, and you still don't have the desire to give up on it, that means it's meant for you. Now, otherwise, I will say, and even sometimes here can get a little tricky. There are times when you may be going in the wrong direction with something. Like, you may be going about it this way when you can be going about it this way, and that's why you're failing. Again, I think it's open. You just need to be open to the mistake in all aspects and sides of the mistake to see what part can be corrected. You may not necessarily have to throw the whole thing out, but something just needs to be tweaked. Maybe one or two things, or whatever the case may be. What's this? Flip that over. It was a card that was flipped over the wrong way. It was changed, but I didn't pull it out. I'm going to pull 2 more of these lessons. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So it did come out reversed, so I'm assuming that nobody thinks this is funny. I don't think it's funny either. I would never think someone's like turmoil or like their frustration is funny. So a lot of you can't find that lighter side in your life. You can't find the humor in it because it's so overwhelming. And that is so understandable, so relatable. So it's I feel for you. I do, because I understand it. Sometimes life will get you to a point where you feel like you're almost backed into a corner. But me in my times, where I feel like I'm backed into a corner, I'll just get quiet. Because like I told y'all, my head will just go like sometimes. And if I let it and I don't allow God to come in and say, listen, you're my child and I got you before you got you. You have to understand that. And, you know, just move from that. Just be confident in his word. Be confident in where it is that you're going, what you're doing. Again, you may fall sometimes. Shit may not be fucking funny. It's not always funny. It's not always fun. It's not always light. It's not always love. That's why I'm saying it's good to honor your emotions in this season, but don't stay stuck in them, because then they'll start to be a hindrance if they're not already one for you. And then the last card I have for you is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I'm so happy that this is the last one it ended on, because, oh, that is a beautiful one. You can do anything. I've been telling you that this whole reading. You can do anything you put your mind to. Listen, I'm telling you, you are about to prepare to be amazed. That just came right back to me. Prepare to be amazed. I don't know what it is that you think in your head is about to happen, but I'm telling you, some shit about to go down, and it's about to blow your mind. And you're going to be like, why was I even worried in the first place? Watch. So, I'm so happy I came on and did this reading. I pray it resonates with at least one of you, two of you. If it does, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't like, comment, and subscribe for me, like, comment, and subscribe for my boy Pinky here, you know, because he's been chilling this whole time, and, you know, thank you. Anyway, I'm just joking. I'm just messing. I'm actually happy because I finally got my little face on here, and, yeah, I'm happy I came through with this reading, because for all that heavy energy, I'm just praying that this brings some healing, some light, some guidance, some messages of encouragement to you, because you can do anything you put your mind to, as long as it is God ordained. God said you could do it. All right, get it done then. You know what I mean? That's just where this is at. It won't be the easiest, but it will be worth it, is what I'm hearing. So I thank you all so much for being here with me. If this resonates with you, please let me know down in the comments. You can like and subscribe. Also, you can book a personal session with me if you'd like to over at www.theangelicmuse.com. And if you want to connect with me over on Instagram, you can do that as well at theangelicmuse. I haven't been posting much on there lately. I'm not going to lie to you. I've kind of been in a space where like I've been like kind of hermity. So I mean, it did take me a good bit to get on here and do this reading, but I do want to just, again, I'm out here just pushing myself too, just like y'all. So I can definitely say that this was a feat for me. Like, I feel like I did something. So I'm here to tell y'all can do it too. It might be big, might be small. You might look at it and be like, what? You can't do that? And they might look at it and be like, what? You know what I mean? It's always going to be opinions. It's always going to be something. But you do you. Fuck everybody else. You got this and God got you. So thank you so much for being here. And I pray you all enjoy the rest of your day or